Welcome to Left on Red, a GoLoud original podcast with me, Julie Haynes.
And me, Brenda Dennehy.
Delighted to be here with Aircoach on their direct Cork to Dublin city and airport route.
Aircoach operates 36 services a day just like this one, and it's a lot more comfortable than the tube, let me tell you. Sweltering yesterday, 30 degrees heating it, and there's air conditioning here, love it. And they've got brand new coaches and all mod cons on board, and lads, they even have a toilet on board, which Julie and I are so excited about.
Yeah, that's a game changer. Also, they just launched their new app so you can book, manage and track your journey all from one place.
Well, what's the story? Well, girl, this is a bit different, isn't it?
I know. Thanks so much to everyone that came down and is travelling with us on the Aircoach this morning.
Some people came down from Dublin on the train, paid to come down, and they're going back up. And who took a day off here? Who took a day? Yeah, so it is a little different from our usual podcast, isn't it?
Yeah, we have a crowd in front of us today.
This is our third event in 3 weeks. Like, what is going on?
I know.
It's crazy. And honest to God, Julie and I are so grateful. You know the way some people would be getting notions, as we say here in Cork. I thought like people...
I thought I'd be driving the bus.
I know.
didn't think the driver was
Yeah.
Here he is. Our Declan.
Yeah. So we're so grateful seeing you all. You have no idea. And for people to make such an effort. And like, it's going to be one of the hottest days of the year so far. To spend it with us, we really appreciate it.
Yeah. And as you said, we have no notions. Like yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before? I actually... got a summons to court. Like, what fucking influencer or podcast host is up in court there next month? Not me.
Do you know what?
We've actually... Come here, past the court.
Yeah, past
the court there, running. Any good solicitors on board?
Have you been down this street before? I'd say you have.
The courts,
yeah. I don't even know what you were up for, and you put up for, Jesus. I know what your bad deed was, because you put up a question box.
Crime.
What do you think that, if you follow Julie on Instagram, what else from parking? Speeding, anything else? Driving, anything else?
A TV licence, that came in.
I thought it was the TV licence.
And do you know what never came in? Do you know what, like, I thought, no, they might be saying, like, you know, your man wants custody or something.
I thought that too. I know, I said that to you as well. What was it?
So do you know what it was? So on Barrack Street, is anyone here from Cork? Oh, there's a couple here from Cork. Do you know Barrack Street? So I must have been me. It might have been my brother driving the car, and could blame him. So I parked on a loading bay. I ran into town, but I'm actually going to tell the judge I just ran into the shop for 5 minutes. And they fucking summons me to court for parking in a loading bay. Would you believe? Like, I thought, like, that's a bit much.
Do you not get a warning about the parking first and then the court proceedings happen?
No, I straight to court.
I don't know. There's something dodgy about that. I don't know. Is that the way it happens? You have to pay the fine first, isn't it?
Oh, fuck, maybe that's it. I could have got.
You don't just go to court straight away for a parking ticket like that.
But you know when you come back to your car, is there fine on your windscreen still? Is that still there?
Sometimes they post it.
Oh, see, you know me and the letters and emails, I don't read nothing.
I
can't read.
Tell me about it.
I could tell the judge that. Listen to my podcast and you'll understand I can't read.
I can't read or spell.
Yeah.
So you got your summons. Actually, it was funny because Julie got a summons and I got a message on my Instagram from a guard. It was like, hi Brenda, guard Beep, who won't say his name. Here, I'm from Clonmel and I'd just like to catch up with you regarding something in 2019, you know? And I was like, 2019? I'm like, what did I do back then, you know? I was like, well, I've any parking points, and I think I actually got all my points disqualified. You know when you get points, and you know when they're disqualified, you get that letter saying they're gone. Wow, like what a feeling. So the last time I was home Ballydesmond, like I got the letter that they were all gone. But of course I was shitting it then, because I was like, what's your man from Clonmel looking for me for, you know? So, and it was on a Sunday evening, and I have to wait now till Monday to ring him, you know? And sure, I was up at 5 o'clock to go to work Monday morning, and I was like, can't be ringing him now. So 9 o'clock came anyway, and there he was anyway, and basically it was just like, of course I was like, what is out, every sort of thing was going into my head, but it was basically just an article that I wrote, and there was a reference made to a Garda. It was a feature I did, and they were just wondering about it. They just were kind of looking, they're just questioning the article. There was nothing so sinister wrong with it anyway, but you got the all courts on to you. I had the Garda on to me, and
2 seconds.
So no speeding now, Declan. We don't want any guards coming up after us now, boy. Yesterday evening, my flight was delayed coming back from London because there was a massive manhunt He's still on the loose, actually, a prisoner from Wandsworth Prison, which is in London. So basically, he dressed up as a chef and went off in a van.
Oh, yeah.
So he's a big criminal anyway. But I got to the airport anyway and like did me all check-in and everything, was delighted with life. And I just seen a bit of kind of action going on. I was like, what's the story here? Border force and everything going in. But of course, like I was walking in and of course they were all looking mad. And I was like, do I make contact and do I not? Do you know when you're coming back on your passport, showing your passport, you know, do you feel guilty? Even though you've done nothing wrong and all that. And I was like, you know, do I kind of go, you know, nod as in hi kind of a thing, you know? He's still on the loose anyway, so we're not going anywhere near London. We're on the way to Dublin and yeah. So we're.
And how long did he get? Was he just in prison?
He was in prison not so long ago, yeah, but it's like a serious crime. Well, obviously, if you're going to prison, it's a serious crime.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? So.
Well, you never know. I could be in prison there next month.
You wouldn't know. You'd be locked up. I think, can you go to prison for a parking fine? Yeah. So I'm very confident there that you can go to prison for a parking fine.
Oh, yeah. I'll take prison out.
TV licence and all that. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Sleep in my own bed, get dinner served up to me, no fucking bills, no TV licence, no very.
Sky, they all go wild over that when that kind of comes out that prisoners have Sky and all that kind of stuff. Should they need to be doing? Yeah, school.
TV in their room.
Yeah.
So they're lying down in bed watching telly,
They
getting
have a
their
grand
dinner
life
served
of it.
and their own bed. I fuck that in there.
Tell you now, you be in Limerick prison though, because there's no female in Cork.
Oh,
Limerick!
I'll have to visit me.
Go on, Limerick.
Yeah.
Also, some other news as well this week. I started a contract with ITV, which is my dream job. Is anyone here into manifesting, or am I just the odd weirdo who's big into it?
Girl
We
at
have
the back.
one down the back. We've 2, 3. I'm not the only lunatic who's into manifest. Do you know that someone messaged me going, hi Brenda, I love your manifesting? Because I know some people must think she's a quack now when she goes down that road. But someone said, can you do a full manifesting podcast? I don't know, is it anyone here who asked me? But I was like, no, couldn't, because Julie just wouldn't get it.
Yeah, because
I was like, no.
She stayed in a hotel last night and she posted a picture of her bedroom. Nobody in the bedroom now, just herself. And Joe, the caption was, there's great energy here. I goes, but how, Brenda? You're in a fucking room on your own. How is there great energy?
You don't understand the whole energy thing. Energy is everything. There's a good energy on this bus, isn't there?
Yeah, but there's a bus load of people like we're having a crack.
But you'd know if there was a bad energy. Like Declan has a good energy, so he's a laugh.
He's
Come
a
on.
great personality,
If he was a prick, it wouldn't be the same.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
He's a bubbly lad.
There is a good energy. It's all about energy, yeah. So that was my good news, and obviously...
I'm after getting a promotion as well, so...
Go on, what? I'm what?
I'm now doing a school run.
All right, I was there going,
The kids are going back to school. Thank God.
Yes, oh my God. What we'll do is actually the topic we were talking about that we want to do, the long distance one. Remember girls sent it in?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Did anybody ever have a long distance relationship? Nobody on this bus. I did. Did you?
Yeah, no, what was your story? I kind of did. Well, go on, I'll tell you a funny one.
I was with a fella for 8 years ago now. And when I first got with him, he was just working in Norma Joe soap shop. We were only about 17. And then I'd say about 2 years later, he joined the army. So he was up in Kildare not Kildare, the Curragh. That is Kildare, isn't it? Yeah, so he was up in the Curragh for a couple of months, and then maybe a year and a half later, after he'd done his training, he went to the Leb and he'd done another couple of trips. So he was away for like 6 to 8 months at a time. But I actually didn't mind because I was young myself.
Yeah.
I was in my early 20s, so I was still going out with the girls and stuff. Now, I never did the dog or anything. But yes, that was my own. And then obviously with the twins' dad, which was a different ball game then because I had kids. And my babies were only a couple of months at the time. And your man used to be out in Australia living freely. As in now, God love him, he'd be sitting down watching Netflix and I'd get the hump them because like, how dare you sit down and watch Netflix? I can't even wee.
Yeah.
And your man sitting down watching Netflix having a bottle of beer or whatever after work now, but like, huge stress then. Like that caused huge stress in our relationship, which I'm not going to spell.
No, I'm not going to ask you you call relationships real sonships.
I know.
Have you been lonely in your real sonship? Have you been real lonely?
Answer in this
do you think the long distance, Curragh? Are you talking that's long distance, yeah?
Yeah, but then he went to Lebanon.
Oh, I went to the... I don't even know why we say the Lebanon. It's one of those things, the Lebanon.
The Lebanon.
My long distance relationship was 2000 and... Oh God, Jesus, I want to say my age there now. 2000 and... Oh, look, it doesn't matter. 2000, I was only 19 and I was... No, 21 actually. And I was going out with a lad.
So.
Yeah, what year?
1988.
1988. Anyway, I was going out with a guy for 3 years and he decided he was going to go working in London And I said, sure, that's grand, because I was going to go to college in Wales in September. And Wales and London, it's only like 2 hours. It's like Cork to Dublin. You don't notice on the train. It's, you know what I mean? Or the bus. They don't have Aircoach over there, so that's not great. We have Aircoach here. So anyway, he was gone away for a while, and it was 5 weeks gone, and we hadn't seen each other, and I booked flights to go over to him anyway. And when I got to London, he never showed up. And he left me the whole weekend on my own. So that was my long distance relationship. He just actually left the country, and
I wouldn't blame him.
I was going out with him, but he wasn't really going out with me. He was the guy who ghosted me after 3 years. I don't know, do you think they work? Would anyone here now, if your fella was like, I'm going moving away there now to a different country, and you had to stay here in Ireland, like, would you give it a go, or would you be like, listen, it's over? What would you be like?
You what?
She'd love her husband went off. I know a girl and she does that. The husband works in London. He just comes home every week. My auntie used to do it actually as a nurse.
There's lads out in Australia working, the fly in, fly out.
Yeah.
That's what the twins' dad used to do as well. So they'd be working for like 3 weeks and then fly home.
Was he in the
back to
mines?
Ireland. Yeah, he still is.
So sometimes it does work. Do you want to ring this dilemma we have, or will I?
Ring them.
I'll read it, sorry. Ring it. Do you want to do it?
I met a fella from England on a girls' holiday about 3 months ago. We kept in touch, but I thought nothing of it. In the meantime, I booked a summer holiday with my family. Turns out he was going to be there for work whilst I was. You can imagine the shock when I realised. He asked me out to dinner and drinks, and I agreed for the laugh, panicking though inside. Turns out he was going to be there for my birthday. So he booked a little day trip for us. Never struggled so much to pick a bikini in my life. The trip was amazing. We got to see loads of dolphins and everything. After the trip, he said he had to grab something. He ordered cupcakes for my birthday. I was mortified, but it was very, very thoughtful. We ended up meeting that evening again with my family, and they got on really, really well. Oh, and now he's booking flights over to Ireland to see me. I'll be back to my nervous wreck by then, girls.
Oh my God, that's exciting.
Yeah, but like a bit of a couple of red flags here now for me.
Right, go on.
Because, like, what's the chances your man is there on work the same week she's there? I'd be like, oh.
Why, do you think it's too much of a coincidence?
Coincidence, yeah, isn't it?
Do you think it's too much of a coincidence?
Yeah, to me now I'm like, no. And also, I don't think I'd be introducing him to my family either. That's literally their second time meeting, is it?
I see, I would be good. Do you know the whole manifesting quack stuff now, right?
Yeah.
I would be big on, like, this is after happening for a reason now. It's all aligning, I'd be saying. I wouldn't be thinking stalker vibes here now. I'd be like, it's all aligning.
Your attitude would be, my attitude would be like stage 12 stalker, clinger.
Do you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I don't like a bit of a stalk there now. We like a bit of a hard to get.
I like a hard to get as well, and like she's going on holidays with her family. She's obviously texting your man, which is grand, and she probably said to your man, oh, I'm going wherever. We say fucking Benidorm. Oh, I'm going back to Benidorm there with my mum and dad and a couple of my uncles or whatever. And we say the first week of June, and your man then texts back, oh, I'll be there too. No, I'd be blocking this fella. No. Do you think that's very strange? Oh, no. Like, it'd be different now if he was like, oh, maybe I'll come out too. Nah, I'd still be like, nah, don't bother. Stay home.
I would, depends on how into it you are. Have you had a holiday romance?
No, I was always in a relationship.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if you heard this podcast. So the fella I was with, the army guy, when we first got with each other, I was only doing my leaving cert. I was 17 going on 18, and myself and all the girls, we went out to Crete, and he said to me, you could kiss somebody out there now because, look, it's your first, girls' holidays, school holidays, whatever. But just don't kiss anyone from Cork because, Cork is so small. I was like, okay, grand. So I went out there anyway, got absolutely langers, wouldn't be like me. I kissed a fella in his first class. So there was absolutely uproar when we got home.
Typical you.
Typical. The awkwardness. But look,
I'm a bit of a clown that way because on the holiday, these fellas, probably the barman, I have a bit of a thing for the old barman on the holiday, do you know what I mean? All right, shots, this kind of these fellas, I'd be a bit of a clown.
Leonardo, like a Spanish man.
Why is he Leonardo?
It's not like I'd rather the paddy than at the bar.
Yeah, no, I'd be a bit foolish like that. I fell in absolute love with a Dutch guy, Fonzie was his name. And I mean, do you know now I was going down total like dreamland. I met him in Albufeira and he was just absolutely beautiful. And I only shifted him, you know what I mean? But like the next day I woke up thinking about him and I was like, I'm going to go to Amsterdam to meet him. I was just after shifting him.
Did he work in the bar?
No, he was out with his friend, but we met in the street.
Oh,
and
yeah.
again, I just thought it was like a line we were meant to meet. I wasn't meant to be walking down that street that time, and I did. And I was like, this is meant to happen, me and Fonzie. But like then when I got home, I was texting him. It's a different story when you get home then. Do you know the way when you're there, you're meeting up mad. You get back to Cork then or Ballydesmond, you're texting Fonzie over in Amsterdam. He don't want to hear from you.
And it's also a different story when you go out there with your fella. I think it's all lovely out there. We get on so well. Like, we do breakfast, we go out for lunch, and like, do these day trips, and then we come home, there's fucking murder, then again back home.
You see, I've never, gone away on a holiday with a fella. Although I kind of did, but it was never like a sun holiday. I don't know, with that sweatiness and all that. I don't know that I'd be able for that.
Yeah, I'd be embarrassed now, right? It's been so long.
Yeah, I don't know. We have a few, I think a few replies on that there from this one.
Actually,
okay.
do you know,
So
I
from
know
that
that we're
one.
touched on X already, but I shared something on my Instagram the other day when there was this girl and fella away on holidays, and he was in swimming, and you know the way your legs be dangling in the ocean, like or the deep side of the pool.
Yeah, go
And
on.
like she looked down and you could see your man's legs like dangling because he couldn't tip the. Oh no.
Oh,
Hey,
no.
Disgusting. I'd actually drown him. Like, oh god.
No,
nah.
I wouldn't like that
No.
either. I wouldn't like that either.
No.
So these are some replies to that actual email. When I was living in Canada, my best friend, who's a guard, joined a new station and became good friends with another guard there. So she told me I'd really like him and that he was just my type. So one night when they were out together, she gave him my number. We texted non-stop for months and things got quite serious. He asked me to be his girlfriend this day 3 years ago without ever meeting me in person. Eventually, I decided to come home for good and we got pregnant and had a beautiful baby girl last April and are due to give birth to our second baby now. Isn't that fab?
Yeah. But you know what? You do fall in love over a text message, wouldn't you?
I
You fall
would-
in love with their personality.
Would you?
Yeah.
Have you done that before and you haven't met them?
I actually remember I matched with this guy on Tinder months ago and I never met him. But like that, after weeks and weeks of texting,
I think
was
that
actually
fella, I
in love with
remember
him.
that fella,
Yeah, I was probably a fucking woman though. Like
I
catfishing me.
Yeah, no, I kind of did that with that actor fella from Netflix. I kind of did. I'd never even met him, but I fell in love with him on the
You
television.
would? Yeah, because you fall in love with their
Oh
personality.
my god, I was so. I mean, it was wrapped. I couldn't. I remember having sweet potato fries and chicken fillets, and I put it down on the ground. I was so obsessed with him.
Love, you'd like butterflies.
No, I couldn't. Do you know when you're so into someone? Does this happen to you? You can't eat.
No, I just can't eat any fucking.
No, that's probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's my problem.
I think that's nerves at times though. If I go nervous, I can't eat. Or it could be the opposite. Then I'll be throwing Haribo back. It depends on the day. So then.
Well, what's the quote? Looks captures the eye, personality captures the heart.
Yeah, so you'd have to listen, if there was a fella and he wasn't like the best, I told you about your man who's around 4 foot walking around the office, the swagger, I'm telling you, I'm mad for him.
Yeah.
I'm not joking you. Do you ever get that, the arrogance? Is anyone into that? I don't know, if he was working on the tubes or something like that, which is a great paying job. If he was just working on the tubes now going in, I'd be like, no, when we went up and up. But the way he walks around, I'm like, Jesus, Danny boy, you look unbelievable today. You know, it's the arrogance.
It's the job as well. Like,
Oh, well, he's head of
if
like,
a fireman
yeah.
there walked in there with two heads, I'd be weak because of
the
uniform.
fireman, Dom, the last fella. Remember when I taught the carbon monoxide alarm?
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ. Go on.
I did a season abroad and I had a holiday romance. He was like a rash. I couldn't get rid of him. Text me morning and night. I entertained it and tried to end it nicely, and then he started talking about booking flights to see me in Ireland. Imagine me trying to explain to my parents who this guy is. Eventually he got the hint and never came. Poor fella had to be blocked and everything. Stage 5 clinger. Yeah, that is clinger.
There's actually one here now, and it's not such a nice one, you know, which is realistic because we're used to like bad stuff happening to us. So this one is kind of sad. We weren't too far away at Cork and Dublin, together 2 years before he finally got a job in Cork and we got engaged. 2 months later, he was diagnosed with skin cancer and had to move back to Dublin for treatment. I went up every weekend as I was working. He passed away a year later, so we only had 2 months living together. Isn't that so sad? That is so sad.
But you know, talk about long distance and stuff like that. I never met the twins' grandparents. So when I fell pregnant, never met any of his fucking family members and had to ring them and be like, hi, I'm Julie, his girlfriend, and also I'm pregnant. Not with just one baby, but 2 babies. That was
Is that how you got introduced?
Yeah.
You rang them like that? Were you nervous ringing them? Were you like shitting at ringing them and...
Yeah, it's pretty nervous. No, like they would have heard about me, alright, but like we never met, like never spoke on the phone. Like they're kind of like a bit old fashioned. They're country.
Yeah.
Do you know? So
Something wrong with the country now, girl.
nothing wrong with the country.
Who's here from the country? Oh, on the country.
But yeah, that's how we FaceTime then. But it's weird. Like imagine meeting them like that, not in person. I was just on, because I was out in Australia, they were back here in Ireland. I'm like, hi, I'm his girlfriend, I'm pregnant with twins.
And what was your reaction?
What can they fucking do with that? But same with my own parents.
I know. But your mother and father would have been grand.
I couldn't tell my dad.
You couldn't tell your dad,
No,
of all
so
people.
my mum and dad had met him because they came out. I think my mum doesn't listen to this, but I think I conceived when they were out in my house. Like, they were out in Australia, they came out to visit us and my brother. And I think I conceived the twins then. They went home and then found out I was pregnant, so I rang my mum and I was like, Mom, I have something to tell you. I told you this before, I never got to pee, whatever. My mum was like, penis. And I was like, no, the other thing. I got enough of fucking that. I'm fucking pregnant. But I was like, tell Dad, because my dad was quite old-fashioned. Like, he wanted to be married and have the house and like the picket fence. I was like, tell my dad. I can't tell him. So my mum was like, I'll tell him later. And I didn't ring him. I used to always ring my dad as well. I didn't ring him for about 6 weeks. I was like, I have to leave him calm down a small bit. And then he was the best with the twins.
He would have been.
He was
He's
the best with the
amazing.
twins. Out of all of us. God love him.
I have another one here. A year after I met my other half, he moved abroad for work. At the start, it was exciting. I was working a lot and out all the time. And then we just enjoyed our time together when he was home. We had Baba number 1 and it was harder but manageable. But when we had our second, I struggled so much, he moved home in the end. It can work, but it's tough when kids are involved and it takes a very independent person to be left behind. If you're needy, you won't hack it. I get the needy
That's
thing.
me.
Would you be a needy person in a relationship?
Yeah, I think so.
I wouldn't then. No, the neediness gives me the ick. Does neediness give you any of the ick? Yeah. Neediness. You'd get needy after a hangover. Would you be one of them?
After, yeah, I wouldn't say
Yeah,
that. I wouldn't be
needy.
hungover that much, like.
You wouldn't be hungover that much? Jesus Christ.
I
How
think
many
I'm
Prosecco's-
hungover now.
How many Prosecco's are you after? We've another one here, and now it's not always rosy. Someone says, doesn't work. I was engaged, had the dress bought, and 6 weeks before the wedding, he emailed me to say it was over. Oh, Jesus. Then he turned his phone off and went on holidays for a week. I remember calling his friend to see what happened, and the prick said it's time to respect his privacy and downtime to heal. This sounds like the fellow who ghosted me in London. It was like a movie. We had lived together in London. I'm like, did I write this in? And then he moved to the Middle East for a job. Our wedding day came and went, and I never saw him again. That's shocking, as you say.
I'm shocked.
Oh, that's very sad, though.
So she was after buying her wedding dress.
Yes,
yesterday.
everything, but that happens. I was friends with a girl and she'd everything sorted. She was going getting married to her man and all, and then she just couldn't go through it and she called it off. But you know what I said? She called it off in time. I said, fair play to you, because you know, going through it and you're doubtful and everything, because I'm friends with another girl and she told me going up the aisle, she knew he wasn't for her at all.
Yeah, I heard
she
those
knew
stories as well, yeah.
She knew it, and they got an annulment then. And she's delighted with life and love now with another fella, and they're just back from holidays and all. So
Happy out.
I just said fair play, like she didn't want to get married and she called it off, and now she's married to another lad and happy out.
That's the main thing.
I think it takes balls to call off a wedding like that. Would you feel under pressure to go through it just for the sake of it?
Right, I have another one here. I'm just back to Oz from a visit home to Ireland. Met a lad whilst I was at home and we hit it off so well. Never expected for it to happen. I'm devo now to be back in Oz. Still in contact every day and questioning if I want to be here or at home. Any advice, girls?
What would you do?
So I remember before I went to Australia, I was just out of a long-term relationship. I was with that guy now for 8 years, and I was just single for about 3 months before I headed off to Oz. And I met this guy, and you know the guy that we have that is the one that got away.
Oh, yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
fella. But we never got into a serious relationship, even though we were always kind of together. But I was actually head over heels with him. He was so lovely. And I remember the girl saying to him, ask her to stay. I'd say she'll stay now because she's actually quite happy with you. And he was like, girls, I can't. He was just back from Oz. He was like, if we stayed together, got married and whatever, if we ever argue, she'd be like, you're the one that stopped me from going to Australia, living my dreams, you know?
Yeah.
So he was like, look, just go out to Oz. I was just calling it a long holiday. He was like, go out to Oz, see how you get on, and I'll be at home waiting. And yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, God, I don't know what I do there.
I think, no, for this girl here, I would say stay out there. Imagine if she moved home then and they didn't
That actually
get on.
happened to a girl I know as well. She went off to Oz. She was going out with this bit of an asshole for a few years. You know, just one of those fuckboys, we'll say. And then she was like, I'm going to Australia, I'm going off to do my own thing. And she booked everything just before she was leaving, just before she met this amazing guy. And she went over, I think she went over like 3 or 4 months, and then she couldn't stop thinking about him, and then he came halfway over to Dubai with her. They had a holiday, and now they're building a house together. This only happened in the last year.
Yeah.
It's only happened in the last
That could
year.
happen to this girl, but like I'd be just worried. Is he worth the gamble?
Is he worth? Yeah. I suppose I'd be a betting woman. I would say go for it. I'd be all that.
To come home.
No, I would say go for it with him.
Yeah. So
Well, to come home, you had to come home.
Yeah.
You had to come home.
I'd say that.
You never
stay
know.
there.
Yeah. Would you say stay there?
Yeah. Plenty of fellas out in Australia. Go
Yeah.
for Mighty Quinn there for yourself. You definitely.
I'm thinking I might go for February for the month.
I know you should.
Yeah, I
What
know.
part?
I'll have to ask you all about that now because I'm a bit of a dope like that kind of travel thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about though long distance friendships?
No, that'll work. That could work because we have Instagram.
Well, what about
and-
ourselves?
Yeah.
2 of us?
Well, I see you more than I see my
We're like
friends
in a
in
couple,
Carglass.
you and I. Yeah, we've actually been more in touch now, the 2 of us. These days, I actually though kind of feel like if I'm not talking to you for one day, I'm a bit kind of like, that's a bit out there now. I haven't been on to her.
Text me, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
14
Yeah.
group chats.
Yeah, but it's working, isn't it? Do you think the podcast is working? Let's see there now. Is anyone here an OG listener who listened from the start? Jesus,
Oh
God
my
love
God.
him. Oh my God. Did he not find the sound and everything at the start? But like, how did he, the videos, the sound crackling, like that's dedication. Now look at us here now, tearing away up in the Aircoach to Dublin. In fairness, the bus is mad. It's very, it's mad comfortable, isn't it? Do you know what it is? No one's used the toilet yet either, no? Oh, what was it like? Was it good? Did you pull up the toilet seat? I'd say he did. Yeah, I thought you'd get to christen the toilet now.
Not yet, I'm doing very well.
Yeah, fair
I'm doing very
play.
well. Where are we now, Declan? We're hitting...
Poor Leisha, 115.
Oh, we're hitting Limerick. We dropped the girls off.
So I saw, we all have our experience on this last week. Do you know Olivia Atwood, who was on Love Island? So she got married. She's married to a footballer, Bradley, and basically she has banned him from liking any other woman's pictures on Instagram. So then me and Julie were kind of chatting in general about it. You know, what would you do if your fella or your girlfriend or whatever likes people's Instagram photos? Who here would have an issue with their other half? Oh, we've someone going to the toilet here, do we? We've got someone going to the toilet. Woo! Let us know how you get on. So yeah, we were chatting about, would you go mad if your ex or your fella liked someone else's pictures? How would you feel about that? Would he care?
Carnage. I would get out a fucking hatchet.
You know the way, like, you can still be friends with someone on the Facebook, but you're unfollowing them, so then you won't really see what they like. I had to be doing that to a few people, because if I saw a certain girl liking a fella I was with photo, I'd be like, what's she up to there now? That's a bit of a habit there. I'm going to keep an eye on her. And then this certain girl, I remember she was liking all his stuff on Facebook, and then I saw she was friends with him. I was like, that bitch sent him a friend request. No, that was out of order. Don't be sending the fella I'm seeing a friend request. Don't. It's just not. Instagram was okay, but like the adding on friend, asking to be a friend on Facebook, I don't know, following's a bit different, isn't it?
You can follow someone, yeah.
But they're asking to be going out of the way, asking to be a friend. I don't know, because they have to accept it or not. Do you know, if you follow, you just follow if their account is open.
Yeah.
But they have to wait to accept to be a friend. So I wouldn't like before. But now I like a lot of people's stuff on Instagram without even thinking. I'm just going through it and it means
But
nothing.
if you were in a relationship, but there's one thing like we say fucking James Kavanagh now or Rob Kenny or somebody, somebody that's well known on Instagram. It's one thing like in their post, but would you like John Murphy that lives in Ballyjesmonds selfie if you were with somebody?
Yeah.
Oh, Brenda.
No, because I'd be like, he's only John Murphy. I know John Murphy.
Yeah, like if he's a friend, but like if he was like, if you barely spoke to him, like.
Yeah, I probably would, because I like to give people, do you know the way some people go out of their way not to like your shit then on Facebook and Instagram? I just kind of like, well, it's not that it doesn't mean anything, but I'd comment a lot on people and give them an up.
What about if he liked a girl's picture, so?
Before now I go nuclear.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely, we're going atomic bomb nuclear, like we are, yeah.
But no?
No, I don't. Well, you see, this is the thing, right? One or two fellas, like, I have snapped a little bit because I would see that actor fella, not the fella from EastEnders, no, the other fella. He'd be tagged and stuff, and all these ones he's acting with, they're fucking beautiful stunners, and I do probably be like, what's he doing with them now? And I don't like that. All right, but they're only tagging him because they're working with him. But I suppose I do like that. I don't go through, well, I've him blocked on my account. It's only the dog's account I follow him on, so he doesn't know what's going on. But when I see him all right and he's tagged with them, I'd be comparing because they're all stunning, you know, and I'd be like, why would he be texting the likes of me? Stay to me comparing to them.
I know, but do you know what I would do? I'm such stage 12 freak. If I was with somebody, oh no, fuck, no wonder I'm not. So we say if I was with John and John went out to the corner house, I'd be on the corner house's Instagram that night, looking at every one of their stories, and then we say, fucking Joan Murphy is tagged in the corner house. I'd be on Joan, then be like, who are you following now? Are you now following my fella? And like going through her pictures. I'm nuts. I'm a freak. Absolutely. And if he liked your one's picture, hatchet. I'd be up in court again.
Go mad.
Up in court again. Yeah. No, dead.
What
a he? Or my freak?
Is Julie a freak? Julie a nut job? Yeah, they're all saying
Yeah, no wonder.
Sure, I'm not. Or Julie, sure, I'm with you. Like, do you know what I mean? I get it, but some of the replies, they're saying, yes, I don't want him to compare me to a Photoshop filtered picture of them. That's true. Although I matched with a guy there during the week on Bumble, and my Bumble pictures, to be fair, none of them are filtered. There's not even a Paris on some of them. We all love a bit of Paris, don't we? And he did say, to be honest, and there was one of me running. That was his favourite picture, actually. The one, you know, I'm doing the marathon and all that.
Where that, yeah.
But he was saying he likes the natural pictures. I think, you know, if you're looking, I don't know what it's like for some pictures, but like if you see someone filtered on Instagram, sure, you kind of notice you're not really into it, you're not. On a dating site, you're not really. You want to see the real deal.
You want to see the real deal.
You do want to see the real deal.
But a fella wouldn't really Photoshop themselves, was there? Is that what it's
they kind of would a small bit. The fellas in the urinals, though, stop it, please. Just we don't want to be seeing it. There's another one saying, yeah, it would bother them too. It would bother me, but I think it's okay for me to do it because I know it's innocent when I'm doing it. I'm a bit like that. It's okay for me to do it because I'm the innocent one, whereas he's got an agenda.
Another girl wrote, I went onto my partner's Insta and unfollowed all the girls he wasn't actually friends with.
Oh, yeah,
that's stage nuts, isn't it? Would you go through his phone? If you would go through a fella or girls.
Yes, we have someone gone through phones.
I would too.
Take the phone off him.
I know. See, I'm cool. Then I pretend I don't care until he goes to sleep, and then that's when I grab the phone. Yeah, I know. It's off. I know.
I couldn't do that because
I'd be act like I care. Like, shut your phone there. I'd wait till he goes to sleep.
I would do the kind of like, do you know when they're putting in the password? I'd be kind of like glancing. I'm like 496234, 496234, and I'd write it down.
But
somewhere.
you never open it though.
Because I've gone in there, like I've accidentally seen shit before about like a girl text. You know what it is? I'll never forget. I nearly got the gawks. One fella I was crazy from, and we were kind of seeing each other, whatever. And you know, we were inside in his car, and I don't know what was going on, but we were having a moment, whatever. And he put up his hand, kind of scratching his head, and he had a Garmin watch. And a fucking girl's name came up in the watch, and I'll never forget it, because you know, the WhatsApp came up, and I'll never forget the moment. My tone changed and everything. I was like, do you know the way do you know when something bad happens and you've been in such good form? I saw it, I'll never forget it. I then was like, I'm never looking at a man's watch again. I don't want it near me. I don't want to look at a phone near me. Because I'd just be afraid of what I'd see.
Know?
I just would prefer not to know. I'd be one of them. I know what you're saying. I just wouldn't want to know. I would never, for instance, go through like a friend's phone or a sister's phone. Although my sister used to see mad going in my phone, whatever she was doing.
I used to go through my brother's phone when we were
What
younger.
you be doing in it?
Just making sure he was behaving himself.
But sure, Sean.
Oh, Sean. Sean got arrested. Did I ever tell you about this? Sean got arrested, right? My mum and dad went away for a weekend, and I was left at home with Sean. And Sean was out drinking. I'd say he was only about 17 now, but there's a lock there by us, and him and all the lads were out drinking, and Sean thought he was the sham, out drinking, and the guards came along and told, in fairness now, the guards were very nice, like, lads, put away the bottles now, like, you know, you're not meant to be drinking out in the street. Sean, no, and the guard was like, I'm telling him, put away the bottle. Sean was like, no, arrested Sean anyway, brought him down to Cork Garda station.
Oh my God.
They couldn't ring my mum and dad, they were away, I'm at home in bed. Next thing the guards ring me, is this Julie Haynes? Yeah. I have your brother here in Cork Garda station. I got such a fucking fright. They're like, you'll have to come out and collect him. But you know when you get such a fright, you don't know what you're doing. So I threw on a tracksuit, whatever, jumped into the car, drove to Wilton Shopping Centre instead of Cork Garda station. My head was just melted. I remember sitting in Wilton Shopping Centre, right, Julie, get your act together. Because I had to play mommy then, like I was only like 18 or 19 or something. Drove to Cork Garda station then. Sean was in a cell.
Oh
so,
my
right,
God.
they took Sean out of it. So Sean then being the man, the hands going everywhere. Fuck them, like do nothing. I was like, apologise. I was only 18 now, you know me now.
Yeah.
Apologise to the Garda. Sean I was like, no. I was like, apologise. And he was like, no. I was like, put him back in. Put him back in.
Oh my God.
And Sean was like, pulling. I was like, no, if you're not going to apologise now, Sean, I have this posh voice.
Yes.
Said Sean had to
No,
say sorry
she's-
and put him into the car and brought him home.
I can't believe you did that.
Oh, we had what's the community garden and everything up to the house.
Stop,
The
Sean.
Yeah.
Is he going to
Rash.
murder you now for telling that story?
Nah.
Oh yeah, so sorry now again we're gone rambling. Back to our answers on does it bother if your man likes women's pictures. Another one here, someone's just saying completely disrespectful, if he liked you enough he wouldn't. Then someone else says makes me feel insecure, not if it's a friend or celebrity but a random OnlyFans girl. Would anyone be a bit, if it was a random, would you be bothered more if it was a celebrity or would you be bothered more if it was a girl next door OnlyFans? Which one?
Girl next door OnlyFans.
I think so too. The celebrity, I mean, they're never going to be getting off with Jennifer Aniston.
They're never going to go hook up with
Do
Kim
you not get the
Kardashian
notions
like,
there?
yeah.
Although before I used to be going out with a fella, he'd be like, she's fucking unreal. I don't know who it was now. And I'd be like, all right, man, keep it down. Do you know what I mean?
Celebrity,
She's
like, I
so
wouldn't
unreal.
like
And then I was like, I fucking can't stand her. It was someone on the X Factor. And I was like,
Seriously?
Leona Lewis.
Oh, yeah.
He was fucking so, and I was like, what's your obsession with her? Okay, she's good, and I don't like her to this day. And then I never forgot I had to write an article about the Mail online. I goes, I don't want to write about her. This is only last year. I was like, can you give me something else? Because it was photos of her stepping out in LA.
You're
I was
so
like,
traumatised.
I've PTSD over Leona Lewis. I don't want to see it.
I love this one. As long as he eats at home, who cares where he gets his appetite? I'm married now 19 years.
That is true.
Well, with that attitude, you would be. No,
Yeah.
I'm fucking single.
Yeah, that.
Fucking freak. I am
Yeah,
actually
no, that's a good
freak.
one. And then there's other people, yeah, saying no. I know I'm committed. I'm in a committed, secure relationship. He can like what he wants. I know where he sleeps. That's another similar one.
Another one here. If I had to ban him, it means I don't trust him. No trust, no marriage.
Yeah, that's true then as well.
That was for me, I'd say, yeah.
Yeah. And then a lot of people just saying disrespectful, that's the only word for it. And then depends if they're famous or not. See that one. I'd pass no remarks on someone famous unless it's Leona Lewis. But I'd get pissed off if we know her. I'd be
Yeah.
like that too. And if there was a current trend of the same girl, and then you see what happens is you've the problem with the girl. It's not her fault. Do you know,
know.
isn't it the girl
Yeah.
or the guy that they're liking? You've the issue with them, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not even your fella or your woman.
Was it on Bebo? You could send them your love. Oh,
Was it
Jesus.
Bebo?
Oh, remember then you'd see a fella and he'd put somebody up as his best friend.
Yeah,
There'd be
that was
fucking
bad.
murder then as well over
That was
that.
yeah, there was murder. Yeah.
Your top 3 friends.
Your
was
top,
it?
like that was very kind of.
Could you bump someone as well?
Can you remember on Facebook? It's still around poking.
Poking, that's enough
Yeah,
bumping.
you get a poke and
Can
you'd
you
be.
still get a poke?
I think you still get a poke. I got poke not there so long ago.
Oh, I didn't get a poke.
Yeah,
in
and I was
fucking
kind of like, oh Jesus Christ, Frank. In fairness, come on, no man, I haven't seen you in years.
On Facebook? You
Yeah,
got
I'd
a poke?
often get ones for blast from the past. You know, how
An
you.
old poke.
Hi Brenda, and it's one of those hi Brenda, and they want me to reply like it was 10 years ago, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, you can still poke. I might give you. I'll try and poke you later on, not in that kind of a way, but
Give me a poke.
no, just to check does it work? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and then there's just a few other replies. My ex used to do this. Hacked into his account, Julie. This is your kind of gal, and he was cheating. I knew it. She said.
See? If she didn't hack in, she'd never fucking know. I think it's...
I
to
know,
keep
but
them on the straight and
I
narrows,
know.
won't I?
Yeah, I know.
This Face ID thing is going to fuck us all, though.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, we need fucking passcode.
Yeah,
I wonder
yes.
if we got a picture of him and put it in front of the camera.
Might.
Or when he's sleeping.
Might do it.
With the
Tell
phone
you don't
over.
do it. Yeah. Do you know there's a certain technique? When he was sleeping, how would you get it? Would the phone not be on his side and you'd crawl over? What would you do?
Yeah, I remember then I used to run into the bathroom.
Would you not
I'd
be
go through
shitless?
everything.
He'd wake up and look at you and catch you with it.
No, I'd always make sure he was really drunk. Do you know? And he'd
Yeah.
be comatose and I'd take the phone then.
And would you just have a
Just a
look
good old
scroll?
gawk, but I'd never act jealous or like, you know, concerned.
Yeah.
I'd be cool as a cucumber, and then I'd be like, wait a few now tonight to go sleep.
You go at
through
it
the phone
again.
then, yeah.
Go at it again.
It's awful, isn't it? But I have issues. I'd say I've a couple of
You
issues.
do have issues. You do have issues. I suppose your issues what would be one of your icks for this week? What's your ick for this week? Apart from having issues, like we know. Do you know what my
you go
ick
first.
this week is? Right? Do you know what my ick is, lads? Now, the weather was lovely this week, wasn't it? Lovely all this week here at home in Ireland as well, yeah?
Yeah.
It was fabulous. Lovely as well in London. Heat wave today, I think it's 32 degrees over there. And I was loving it. I was absolutely loving it, loving the hot weather. Everyone's complaining though. My ick of the week is people complaining it's too hot. All right, lads, it's going to be pissing rain next week. Okay, just lap it up. Probably going to be, is it probably thunderstorms tomorrow? That's my ick of the week. You're going on saying it's too hot. You see, the thing is, right, what I don't get as well, you're here, might be 30 degrees, well, 26, 25 here.
Yeah, it's mid-20s.
And then you're going, oh, geez, too hot, too hot. The same person was in Benidorm, 35 degrees earlier in the summer.
I know.
That gives me the ick. And then when I'm here, people, I saw on Facebook now today, how will we sleep tonight? How will we sleep tonight? And I know it is hard to sleep in the heat as well.
But especially in Ireland, because we have those insulation in the house.
Insulation?
Yeah, we have insulation.
They've them in every country, no? I don't know now, like, but...
Do they don't. They wouldn't have them in Australia. Like, in Australia, I'm sure
They're
the
not.
house is made from, like...
Wood.
Wood, is that? Is it wood? We're not climatised. Or like
No, we're not climatised at all, yeah.
Yeah, we're not climatised. Like, we don't have swimming pools out our back. We've no fans. We've no aircon.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah, I know, but still, like, come on. It's going to be lashing rain next week and we're going to be giving out about the...
I know, yeah, that's a big... I don't care. I love the weather. I love this.
I love the warm weather. Doesn't it put everyone else in good form?
Like, I have no bother getting up at between 5:30, 6 o'clock because the sun is out,
Yeah.
it's warm.
Yeah.
If it was raining and dark and dull, it's rotten. It is, it's rotten.
It's hard to get up when the mornings are darker and there's piss and rain and everything like that. Which
Yeah.
will be happening now in a couple of weeks. Yeah, so that's my little lick of the week. Some of the listener icks, right? We're going to call these out, okay? And then if it is an ick for you, we want you to go, ick! Right, so can you practice 1, 2, 3? Ick. Right, we love a good ick, right? So yeah, this ick here. No, I don't know about you. Actually, I have to be careful here what I say. Playing air guitar when a rock song comes on.
Gawk.
Ick.
Yuck.
Actually, I don't really have it for the musicians. And I'm great friends with him and he listens to this podcast, but like the whole musician thing, the singing to me, and he didn't do that or anything. He's so lovely. Oh my God, hi Pete. Great musician. But the whole if they started singing to me vibe, I'd die. Would you die? Do you know that people love if a fella serenades you and all that?
Yeah.
I'd like, get the fuck off that fucking ground. No. I'll leave you read out the next one.
White runners with black socks. Ick as well
Yeah,
for
black
me.
socks don't really go with anything unless it's like a man's suit or something like that.
Or do you know when they're wearing suits as well and they wear those funny socks?
Kind of like design.
Like smiley faces.
I
and
think
all,
they're
and
kinda
boxes.
cute.
Oh, they're rotten.
I don't mind them
Oh, I
now.
think they're disgusting. I'd rather just plain black socks.
Well, as I said, too, if they had the Bart Simpson boxers or something, no.
Oh, God.
Or
Ick.
something, they wouldn't like something like that,
Nah.
no. Oh, actually, this is an interesting one. So let me know if this is an ick for you or not. Grown adults in their 20s and 30s going around with a hickey. Ick?
Ick.
Do you know this? I could never give a love bite.
I don't think I ever
I
gave
can't
one
give
either.
a love bite. Do you get a love bite? No?
I wouldn't know what to do.
I wouldn't know. Do you know? And when I burned my neck with my straightener, I was telling him it was a love bite because it was there, and I was like,
How
this,
old were
I was
you?
like, stop at work. This is only a few weeks ago. Swear to God, it's happened twice in my life. I burned my neck with my straightener and my thigh, and I was going into work, and I was like, putting my hair like that, and I was like, stop! I know what you're gonna ask, and they were like, what? I was like, yeah, it's love bite. Do you know what I mean? Trying to sound all sexy, you know.
If a fella done that, then I'd be like, what?
I
the
know, but they
fucking
knew.
gown?
Then after a while, I let them believe. I was like, "That's the hair straightener." After a while,
That's
you
an
know,
ick.
it's the same when I bang my head off the ice. I have a scar on my eyebrow, and people see it. And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know eyebrow piercing. Yeah, rebel me." And like, it's not. It's from banging my head off the ice.
But a scar is actually very sexy.
Yeah, but I tell everyone that's the fucking. That's the mad days I had. Mad days I had down in Ballydesmond, down the community centre. Yeah, the eyebrow piercing. Yeah, so the hickey thing, I could never give him. I always wanted one.
Did you ever get one?
I think I got one, all right, and then you're covering it in your mother or father.
Yeah.
You're like, shit.
You'd be putting toothpaste on.
Do you know what I
Remember
mean?
Fucking toothpaste. on the love
Toothpaste.
bite? Chipped or bitten nail varnish. Take it off.
Guilty because I have one of my fingers
I'm
chipped
guilty
here.
as well. No, we all have that.
I just think if it's if all the do you know what? Oh my God, it's just if they have 3 or 4 nails missing, just get your feckin' nails done. Just get them done. Okay, this one is interesting, right? Exchange numbers, and he had an 089 number, Tesco Mobile. Sorry, no. Is that a nick? I just think credit in general, and I know you have a
do you know
credit
I have a credit phone, so I have to go into the shop and ask for 20 at this
No,
big age
Julie.
of mine, 2003.
No, I do
Is
have.
that a nick? Does anybody have a credit phone, or is it just me? Just me. Oh, you have a
We
credit
do have
phone.
one credit
yeah.
phone. One credit phone. Anyone
Caitlin,
else for a
is it?
credit phone?
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah,
2
there's
credit
a couple.
phones. Yes, we've got 3.
Yeah, see, credit.
I do have a credit phone, my Irish phone. I've got the 2 phones. So the Irish phone is a credit phone, €20 a month and keeps
And
me
my
going.
mum is credit, and my brother is credit. We're all credit.
Oh, me all credit. Oh,
Yeah.
no, I'm not able for that, no.
Is that a nick?
I don't know, it's a bit like... And then No, do you know what the one is? If you get a call me text, you know those ones? If a fella sent me that, no, I would vomit. I'd be like, you sickener. Yeah, absolute sickener sending me that. Call me.
Oh, that's so funny.
Or do you know what before? No, I was little doing this to my mother before, right, when I did have a credit phone. I'd ring and stop and hang. You know the way you'd ring to let them know and ring you back?
Rings
I was like that to the mother, yeah.
Or do you remember years ago our battery used to go dead if we had a 3210 and I'd be like, you'd say to your friend, can I have loan of your battery there? Remember
yeah,
those
swapping
days,
the batteries as well.
Swapping the batteries.
Swapping the batteries.
With your 3210.
Yeah. All right, one or two more. My husband says I give him the ick by mashing up my dinner like a baby bowl. I'd like my...
I love a baby bowl. Do you like a baby? Is that a nick? No, see, everybody agrees.
No, I like that as well. I'm, you know me, the way I eat, I'm strange with stuff like.
You eat nothing.
I'm just a very simple eater. Is anyone else here a simple eater? And you know, isn't it really annoying? People like, you're so fussy. I just don't want an allotment on my plate. Like, just give me the big burger. I don't need all the salad. I'm grand. I'm not a rabbit. Just give me this. Just give me the kids'
just
meal.
Just a burger and
on a 38-year-old version. Right. Okay. So where are we now, Declan? Turles. Anyone here for Tipperary? Oh Jesus! Are you from Clonmel? Yeah. What's that joke again about Nina? Isn't it like Nina? What's it about?
Is Nina a place?
Ah, stop.
She's fucking on about that.
Nina.
Is that in Tipperary?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I dare you now, we'll get the... Are you smarter than a 5-year-old after a fresh start? Spell what you think Nina is.
N-I-N-A.
Nina. No, go again. Go again.
Nina. N-E.
Yeah.
N-A.
And...
Ah.
Another one.
Ah.
No. Nina. No. N-E-N-A-G-H. N-E-N-A-G-H. Okay. But anyway, so are you smarter than a 5-year-old? We're actually going to do a version as well, an Aircoachy version, because we are on the Aircoach. And I must say, again, this one is kitted out really, really well, isn't it? Is there chargers as well on the Aircoach? There's all mod cons up there. Amazing. Anyway, okay, listen, we get this ready for you. Smarter than your 5-year-olds. You all know, actually, we all know why we play it. What are Julie's twins called? They all know, yeah. We play it as a mimic on the twins. So your first one, doing Aircoach, few kind of travel ones because we're on the Aircoach. Which motorway connects Cork to Dublin, which we're on it now?
M50. M12, no?
Go on, do a few more for me.
Declan, what motorway?
You can't disturb the driver.
N or M? M.
You can't be asking him.
8.
Yes, give her a big round of applause. Woo! What is the Irish name for Dublin?
Ballataclia.
Yeah, would you give her it? Will we give her it? Okay, Ballataclia, yeah. Okay, so tourists queue up every day to kiss the Blarney Stone. What gift is it supposed to give you? And by God, then you have it in bucket loads.
The gift of the gab.
Yes, give her a big round of applause. We must be nearly in this county now. Complete the lyric. It's a long way to...
Tipperary.
It's a long way to...
Tipperary.
No, to Rome, isn't it?
No, it's Tipperary.
No, it's a long way to Tipperary. Rome. It's a long... What is it? Is it not Rome? What is it?
It's Tipperary.
Is it home? I always thought it was Rome. I thought it was Rome. Oh my God. And I used to be at weddings and they'd be singing that. I'm like, why the fuck are they going on about Rome? I always thought it was a long way to Tipperary. It's a long way to Rome. Fucking hell. Anyway, we're going to turn tables. We're going to have to start doing the quiz with me. Right, so the Rugby World Cup kicks off tomorrow. Is there any rugby fans here? No, not us either. No, I just don't have it for the rugby. I don't know why. In which country will it take place?
Rome. Ireland.
A country or a city?
Oh, Italy.
No, go on.
France.
Yes, give a big round of applause. Right, okay. The journey from Cork to Dublin is 3 hours with Aircoach. How many minutes is that?
120. No, it's not. 6 trees, 1880.
Give her a round of applause. Will we give her the ones she's the second guess? Yeah? Yes or no? Yeah, we will. June, well done. That wasn't bad at all.
I got all of them right.
Because I'm feeling our real relationship on this journey has been amazing. So, can you spell real sonship, which translates to relationship
in my language?
Go on, give us relationship.
And another thing, actually, do you ever say a scared? I'm a scared of something. Yeah, do you ever say a scared? Like I'm scared of a spider. Scared.
No, just scared.
Relationship. RELSONSHIP.
There she goes again, real sonship. REL.
ATSONSHIP.
No, it's just not going to be it. I can see a career for you in a relationship coach. Julie Haynes, real sonship coach. You know what I mean? If you're breaking up with someone, I'm just going to go to Julie Haynes there. She's a fucking great real sonship coach. She changed my life. We'll give it to you. Look, one day you will get it. You'll have to write it on your hand or you'll have to do something.
Or just get into one.
Yeah, we'll get into something. I'll leave you off with that. Anyway, as we are on the Aircoach, what kind of road trip stories have you? I know that I used hands up. Was there anyone here? No, I'm not promoting it, right? Did anyone do a bit of tumming back in the day? Hitchhiking. Yes, we have a few hitchhikers, yeah? Yes, love it. I loved a good tum. Like, I loved. And I think if you listen to the podcast, you remember where I tummed my father drunk. Absolutely so feckin' embarrassing. Like, down... Because that fecker who ghosted me in London, whatever, I was on the chase after him because I'd heard he was in a certain bar in Kerry and I was like, I'm going to fucking catch him now and he's in for it. Because I knew he was shifting someone else. I knew the tongue was down someone else's throat. So we were keen to get to a certain area and I remember I just put out the tongue and I didn't realise it was my father, but he was waiting for me. And then I was just about to get into the car. My mother looked at me and my friend was like, that's actually your father. But in the meantime, before that, I loved a good tumming. You see, and I, like from Ballydesmond, the thing about me with the tumming, I got the thrill. I used to have like a car, but I used to want to drive. I would go tumming for the high instead.
We never tummed then. Do you not have a fucking bus or a taxi service?
Not in Ballydesmond.
See, we never
Not all
ever
city
tummed.
slickers like you. I only did it for the laugh, for trying to save money. You know what I mean? Like I would have been like, I remember one evening we would go up to Ballyhigh, which is like 50 minutes away, you know, and we got, in the end we ended up getting 6 different drives, but of course determined, I was like, we're going to get to Ballyhigh. And it was the same road that my mother would be coming back to work from, you know, obviously, so hiding in ditches and everything if I saw the car coming and all that. But that was like the thrill as well, you know, as in, fuck, is that the mother? And then, you know, you'd be hiding in a ditch and it wasn't her and you'd go again with the tumming. But we did all sorts.
The thing I used to do was, I remember years ago I had a Saxo car, you know, when I was younger. And you know what we used to do in Patrick Street? Drive up and down, like load of us. It wasn't just our car, like so many people used to get together on Patrick Street, just drive up and down and listen to, does anybody remember Kiss FM?
Yeah.
Do you remember Kiss
Yeah.
FM? Listen to Kiss FM, them just driving up and down. And then remember you used to go on, what are they called when all the cars meet and you go for, what was that called when all the cars meet?
Car meet, isn't it?
Car meet, but you know when you're driving then there's another word for that. There's a load of us, I don't know, like hundreds of cars, and we used to just all follow each other then through Cork. And I'll never forget. So there was loads of cars, and I was following this car, thinking it was in the line, you know. Next thing, the car pulled into a drive, and I'm going in after the car, but the car wasn't involved at all in this fucking thing.
Oh no.
Yeah, fucking idiot. But like, yeah, that's what we used to do, drive up and down, listening to Kiss FM. For hours and hours.
I liked a bit of Kiss FM. There was another station that was like a local station in Cork as well, wasn't there?
They kept changing their names because it was...
Yeah, there was someone in Pirate Radio, wasn't someone
Pirate
after him?
Radio station, yeah.
Does anyone remember Atlantic 252 and all that?
No.
Dusty roads and all that, yeah.
Was
of course,
that
I
Pirate
was
as
born
well?
in 1800, so you would know about it. I used to pretend, actually, that I was a radio DJ back in the day. Like, but you know when you used to have the tape and you'd record yourself and you'd play it back? Were you doing that? Remember tapes and all that?
Yeah, remember then you'd press, like you'd get your favourite
Yeah.
tape.
Oh my
song,
God,
And
yeah.
you'd put your phone up to the song and that was your voicemail then.
Oh my God, I never
Or then
did
you
that.
rewind it back just to get the
Oh,
chorus.
I didn't know that at all. That's embarrassing.
Did you not do that
No, I didn't
for your
do that.
voicemail?
No.
Record?
No.
Off the radio?
No.
No way. Did
No.
anybody else do that? Yeah, that was a thing.
No, I never did that. But you know the way you would have been recording the song and then the DJ starts talking and you're like, fuck's sake, I was
know.
recording that and they ruin it.
Yeah.
And I never forget my friend Stephanie. She was obsessed with Spandau Ballet. And you know that song, Gold Dude, that one?
Yeah.
And I never forget it, like, and I thought it was my own tape, and like she had that song recorded, like from 2FM, and I never forget I took the tape and I recorded it over. She didn't talk to me for a week. The
Over
fucking
the-
song of Spandau Ballet, and I was like, get over, like, so what was she doing listening to Spandau Ballet anyway? at
And
the
then
time?
remember LimeWire came in, is that what it was called? LimeWire. And then what would you do? Download the songs onto a CD or something? I could never work.
I remember. What was your first CD?
I can't remember.
Can anyone remember what their first kind of song album was?
Yeah,
Spice
probably
Girls?
the Spice Girls, I'd say. What? Westlife. Jesus, how fucking old are you? You're very young, are you? Westlife.
You're older than you think. Just because I'm the pensioner in this podcast, you're not too far behind me anyway.
I know.
Mine is a bit random, but mine was Oasis. Yeah, I still remember, and do you know what? Wonderwall was my favourite song.
Yeah, that is a good song. And that's still going
still
strong.
to this day my favourite song ever. And I hope and pray that they'll get back together someday. What was your first CD you bought?
I'd say Spice Girls.
The Spice Girls.
Yeah, I'd say.
I can't believe we're nearly at the end of the trip.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think we're going to start wrapping up here next. We're in Dublin, aren't we, Jacqueline?
And I must say as well, it's been a very smooth drive. So we just want to say a massive thanks to Aircoach for the opportunity. And I must say we give them a round of applause. Fairness, it is a lovely bus, isn't it? And he's been really, really kind to us and everything. So we've loved it. And this was something new for us as well, Julie, because like we've done our 2 shows and stuff like that on the podcast. But obviously being on a bus, again, you're imagining what it's going to be like. But we've had a ball, haven't we?
Yeah, we really enjoyed it, and we hope you all did as well. So, and thanks so much for listening, and to our lovely driver, Jacqueline.
Yeah, there's a good energy, isn't there? There's a good energy.
Great energy in the bus.
You'll know, come here, I'll get you being to a quack yet. You'll be saging your home before you know it, girl.
Jesus Christ.
I'm telling you, you will. You will. So, no, lads, thanks so much, and thanks for making it so easy for us as well, being great sports and everything.
So, from me, Julie Hearns.
And me, Brenda Dennehy, thanks so much, guys. Cheers.
Bye.